Imagine a world where mortals could challenge the gods themselves. Welcome to ancient Greece, where the Olympic Games were born, a testament to human strength, divine honor, and the unbreakable bond between gods and men. Our story begins over 2,700 years ago in the sacred sanctuary of Olympia. Here, nestled in the western Peloponnese, a tradition was about to unfold that would shape the course of human history. But why here? Why now? To understand, we must look to the king of the gods himself, Zeus. Zeus, lord of the sky and ruler of Mount Olympus, was revered above all others in the Greek pantheon. His power was unmatched, his wisdom unparalleled, and it was in his honor that the first Olympic Games were held. Legend has it that Zeus once wrestled his own father, Cronus, for control of the universe. Their epic battle shook the foundations of the earth, and when Zeus emerged victorious, he established his reign over gods and mortals alike. This triumph became the inspiration for the games that would bear his name. But the Olympics weren't just about honoring Zeus. They were a way for mortals to prove their worth, to push the boundaries of human potential, and perhaps, for a fleeting moment, to touch the divine. Picture the scene: a hot summer day in 776 BCE. The air is thick with anticipation as athletes from all over Greece gather in Olympia. They've trained for years, honing their bodies and minds for this moment. Among them stands Korobos, a humble cook from the nearby city of Elis. Little does he know, he's about to make history. As the games begin, a hush falls over the crowd. The first event is announced, a foot race, a single sprint across the stadium. Korobos takes his place at the starting line, his heart pounding in his chest. The signal is given, and he explodes into action. His feet barely touch the ground as he flies across the dusty track. The world around him blurs, and for those few precious seconds, Korobos feels the power of the gods coursing through his veins. He crosses the finish line first, becoming the very first Olympic champion in recorded history. But this was just the beginning. Over the next 5 days, athletes would compete in a variety of events, each designed to showcase different aspects of human excellence. There was wrestling, where competitors grappled in the scorching sun, their bodies slick with olive oil. The discus throw, where athletes launched a heavy stone disc, aiming for distance and precision. And the long jump, where competitors leapt with weights in their hands, defying gravity itself. Yet the most prestigious event was the pentathlon, a grueling test of all-around athletic ability. It combined running, jumping, wrestling, discus throwing, and javelin throwing. The winner of this event was considered the ultimate athlete, a mortal who had achieved a level of perfection worthy of the gods themselves. As the games progressed, something remarkable happened. The competition transcended mere physical prowess. It became a celebration of the human spirit, a showcase of determination, discipline, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. But the Olympics were more than just a sporting event. They were a sacred ritual, a time when all of Greece came together in peace. During the Games, a sacred truce was declared. Wars were suspended, and athletes could travel safely to Olympia. This Olympic peace was so revered that it was said even the gods observed it. The Games were also a time of great cultural exchange. Poets recited epic tales of heroes and gods. Philosophers engaged in heated debates about the nature of existence. Artists created stunning sculptures and paintings, capturing the beauty and power of the human form. The Olympics became a melting pot of ideas, a crucible where Greek culture was forged and refined. As night fell on the final day of the Games, the victors were crowned. But they didn't receive gold medals or cash prizes. Instead, they were adorned with olive wreaths, cut from the sacred trees of Zeus himself. These simple crowns were worth more than any treasure, for they symbolized divine favor and immortal glory. The impact of the Olympic Games extended far beyond the borders of Greece. As the tradition grew, it spread throughout the ancient world. The Games became a model for other athletic competitions, inspiring similar events in Rome, Egypt, and beyond. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of the ancient Olympics is the ideal they represent. The Games embodied the Greek concept of arete, the pursuit of excellence in all aspects of life. This philosophy wasn't just about winning, it was about becoming the best version of oneself, physically, mentally, and morally. The ancient Olympics continued for nearly 12 centuries, surviving wars, political upheavals, and the rise and fall of empires. They were finally abolished in 393 CE by the Roman Emperor Theodosius I, who saw them as a pagan ritual incompatible with Christian beliefs. Yet the spirit of the Olympics refused to die. It lay dormant for centuries, waiting for the right moment to resurface. That moment came in 1896, when the modern Olympic Games were born. Inspired by the ancient tradition, these new games sought to recapture the glory and ideals of their predecessors. Today, the Olympic Games continue to captivate the world. Every 4 years, athletes from across the globe come together, just as they did in ancient Olympia. They compete not just for medals, but for the chance to write their names in the annals of history, to join the ranks of heroes who have pushed the limits of human achievement. As we watch modern Olympians perform seemingly impossible feats, we're connected to those ancient Greeks who first gathered to honor Zeus. We're reminded that the human spirit is capable of incredible things, that with dedication and perseverance, we can all touch the divine. The story of the first Olympic Games is more than just a tale from Greek mythology. It's a testament to the enduring power of human ambition, the unifying force of friendly competition, and the timeless quest for excellence. It reminds us that even in our modern world, we're not so different from those ancient athletes who stood in the shadow of Mount Olympus, reaching for the sky. So the next time you watch the Olympics, remember Korobos and his fellow athletes. Remember the sacred olive groves of Zeus and the hallowed grounds of Olympia. For in those moments of sporting brilliance, we're not just witnessing a competition, we're participating in a tradition that has shaped human civilization for nearly 3 millennia. The Olympic flame continues to burn brightly, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all humanity. It challenges us to be faster, higher, and stronger, not just in sports, but in all aspects of our lives. And in doing so, it keeps alive the spirit of those first games.